his receiver couldn't run under it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
15, 15. 15, 15. Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
14, Bill 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start this. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll run it here. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this one is right through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the middle with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
2nd and 16. Jackson, option right. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now Jackson. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them in the field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Partners, not often did you see one of those big tight ends get overthrown in the end zone, but we just saw it happen.
Here's 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Henderson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
That was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football is shifting towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
This pass complete to Melton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. They go play action with Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up third down.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Option play. Here's Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He finds his man complete. That's Wolf. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now they'll change things up. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive with Cook. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's go.
And that'll be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. They've got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Easy.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't listen. Come back.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 223 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And
taking it right down Broadway. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson.
And that nearly the what they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
That's going to be caught by Tony.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Buffalo, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.